Good morning. My name is Karen Kowal, and I'm here at Oakworks Tables and in New Freedom, Pennsylvania. We're working today with Lisa Severn, and she has been willing to be part of this self-care and putting a lid on pain so that you can see some of the different techniques that we can use and how I really work with my clients during their session so they can have something to take home with them and use between the sessions at home for self-care. The more a person becomes involved in their treatment, the more empowered they become and the more in control and the greater the healing process. First of all, I would like to say that these are the 3 pillows. These are 3 different sizes. We have small, we have large, and we have the extra large. The small weighs about 2.5 pounds, the large weighs a little bit over 3.5 pounds, and the extra large weighs well over 5 pounds, and that's for your athletes, your very large clients. So that has been in high demand in the last couple of years since we started making it. But today I'm going to use for Lisa the large. What I'm going to do first is place it around her shoulders. And when you place it around the shoulders, if you could turn to the side just a minute, Lisa, it does not touch the back. So we never call this a necky pillow, we call it a shoulder trigger point pillow. And that's because it's hit all the proprioceptor points on the back of the shoulders and of course rests over the insertion point of the levator scapula. So this helps elongate, relax, and decrease a lot of the shoulder and the neck pain, especially that we find in our computer clients. So it also helps align the scapula properly. So it's an excellent way to treat that area. So what I'm going to do today is take Lisa through a number of techniques that will help her hips and the piriformis release. And I'll do it in a way so that she can do this at home and take care of her own hip pain and accelerate the healing that goes on. So Lisa, I love the Pro convertible table because it can drop all the way down. We don't have to search for a chair in the room to show this and demonstrate this to the client. I actually involve the client with this during their session, so their hour session is always a set aside a portion of that to do some teaching of the self-care treatments. If you could stand up just a minute. Okay. I'm going to put this right on the edge of the table or on a chair. Go ahead and sit on it. So what that's doing is hitting the hamstrings, the ischial tuberosity, and all the attachments to the hamstring, and also the piriformis, and even can get into some of the glutes, etc. So what I'm going to ask Lisa to do is first rock side to side. And go ahead and spread your knees just a little bit and straighten out your legs in the table if you want to. There you go. And then shift your weight side to side. And by doing that, you're actually letting the heat of the pillow, and of course these are heated, so I didn't really include that before. You can heat these in the microwave at home or in the hot cabbie. We use the Elite Hot Cabbie because that has the ideal temperature, so she can walk way over one side to the other. Now, if you've ever worked with a client that has a fractured coccyx, you know that the pain actually lingers for up to a year oftentimes. So what we're going to do is demonstrate a little treatment for that. So what I'm going to ask you to do is pretend like you have a pencil on top of your head, and you're going to draw small to larger circles with that pencil on top of your head. Okay. So you're going to circle around, and every time, your whole body. And every time you come forward, I want you to bring your chest closer to your thighs. Closer and closer. One more time. When you get to the middle, drop down, drop your head down, drop your arms down to your sides, and go into this wonderful gravitational stretch, a very relaxed stretch. And the heat will have eliminated a lot of the tautness and the muscle tension. So if you want to come back up to neutral, and go the opposite way, Lisa.
Okay, go back.
Go in circles.
Oh.
In nice little circles. Go the opposite way. Each time, bring your chest closer to your thighs. And then come down to the middle. And drop. Call this the drop and flop. And come back up to neutral again. This time I'm going to have you take your right hand and raise it up to the ceiling as far as you can as you inhale. And exhale and take those fingertips and touch your toes on your opposite side. So your left toes. And then drop and flop again to the side, a little bit to the side. There you go. Come back up to neutral. And do the same with your left hand. Nice deep breath. And down to your toes. Excellent. Okay, back to neutral. Did you notice tightness on one side more than the other?
Yes.
Which side?
Yeah, on my left side.
Your left side. So what I'm going to do, you stand up for just a minute and step to the side over there. And I'm going to show you how to really achieve a deeper stretch. We're going to fold this end under. Do you want to step back just a little bit? There you go. Just fold the end under. So you've got more of a tension, counter pressure, a fulcrum underneath your thigh. So go ahead and sit down on that. If it's too much, this is where LID comes in. L stands for location. You, the client, gets to decide on where the location feels best. I is intensity. Depending on how great that feels, if you want it less, you just lessen the flaxseed in the ball. And if you want more intensity, you increase the folding over. Okay. So you get to determine the intensity. And D stands for duration. Duration is how long it feels good. You never want to take that stretch over the counter pressure or over a fulcrum into pain. You always want to stretch it as much as feels good. We call that the yummy factor, so that it doesn't hurt, that counter pressure. If you've ever pressed or sat on something hard, you know that, or on your IT band or on your hips, your piriformis, you know how uncomfortable that is. Using the heated pillow and the conformability of the flax actually increases the effect of this counter pressure. So if you want to lean into it until you find that very special spot that feels good. So you should feel it and just roll around, move around into it if you want to actually move this leg. Put this foot to the instep of your right foot and move this way at an angle. Did you find it? A tight area?
It's like right,
It's right there. And this helps validate the client's pain. They can actually find it more effectively when they're using heat than when they're using the ball. And they can actually achieve some therapy at home that is self-modulated. So those are just some of the different techniques that you can use with the shoulder trigger point pillow. I teach a class on self-care for an entire day, teaching different techniques with this. We're on the floor, we're on the tables, we're in chairs, we're working on each other and using each other's samples, and we become teachers during our session. We massage therapists have more time with our client than just about any other healthcare professional. So I really feel it's invaluable that we have techniques that our clients can use to take home with them and use at home for their own self-care. And oftentimes this helps you get more clients, because when you're marketing in a way that is effective and you have solutions for some of the difficult pains that people endure at home, this is how you get more clients. It's word of mouth marketing and advertising that benefits us all. So I thank you very much, Lisa, and signing off saying that you can find the shoulder trigger point pillows at motherearthpillows.com, or you can learn more about my classes at Pillossage.com, and that's Pillossage. And thank you very much.